you've gone back and had time to watch a little bit of Saturday's tape, how would you assess it? And is that one of your best statistical games?
Statistically, I mean, technically it was, but there's still a few things that I want to get cleaned up. A couple of throws that, I could have did something else with to move the ball, and a couple of drives that we could have made some better decisions. But other than that, I thought the whole team, as a unit, did a good job from start to finish, and it was a great way to start the season.
And then coaches over the offseason talked about like having your team become a more complete receiver this year, and that was one of his goals. How have you kind of seen that progress? It seems Saturday like he was making the right move more than just the shoot move.
Yeah, he's been working really, really hard to just, sharpen up his routes and things like that. And, it really showed on Saturday when, every time he was matched up one-on-one, they were struggling to keep up with him.
Thanks, Tom.
He's muted. Oh, there you go. I can hear you now.
You've been on enough teams here in either Florida or in high school to know what an explosive offense can feel like, or perhaps, down the road feeling like this can be one. Do you feel that about this team? And I certainly don't want you to base it just on one game.
I definitely feel like we've always had this explosive ability, especially with all the weapons we have. If you double one person, then you'll have a mismatch somewhere else on the field, and it's just up to us and whether or not we can find that mismatch. And that's really what we try to focus on, and able to move the ball down the field.
When you got done on Saturday, did you feel like in any way that this was any kind of a surprise to you that you could throw 6 touchdown passes on the road in the SEC?
I wasn't really thinking about it. I was just trying to do my best to just execute the game plan and just make the right decision on every play.
Thanks.
Yeah, hey, Kyle. So, Dan Mullins never had a QB throw 6 touchdowns. That's pretty impressive, huh?
Yeah, it's a cool stat and all, but like I said, I was just trying to play one play at a time and just make the right decision in the moment.
How do you stay so grounded? You don't seem like you're going to be a guy that lets that go to your head, or people talking, suddenly Trask for the high basement. I'm seeing that on Twitter, right? So how do you stay grounded and just keep pushing to get better each day, each week?
I would just have to say it's probably just how I was raised, not really to give in to anything until it's actually finished. Our goal for that week was to go 1-0, and we did it. Now we're trying to go 1-0 again this week.
Is it exhilarating on some level, though, to have that kind of success?
At the end of the day, our goal was just to get the win. So, and that's all I care about. I don't care if I had 0 touchdown passes. I'm just trying to get a number in that win column.
Thanks, Kyle.
The ball placement and tempo you were throwing with on Saturday is probably some of the best we've seen from you so far. Was that something that just showed up with the way Ole Miss was playing you guys, or is that improvements you personally made from last season to this season?
Possibly a little bit of both. We did, after the first couple of series, we noticed that, we probably were watching the right film because, it was a new staff coming in, and we weren't really sure what we were going to get on Saturday. So after the first couple of drives, we saw what we kind of been planning on, and, we just executed from top to bottom.
Thank you.
Yeah, Kyle, I know your first 2 years at Florida, the offense was kind of a struggle. It seemed like it was more defense having to kind of bail you guys out. What was it like Saturday to, obviously tough to get teams to struggle, but knowing that you guys had their back kind of the whole way?
Yeah, I mean, we're just doing our best to score every time we have the ball. That's our goal every single time we step onto the field as an offense. And we're just taking it one play at a time, just trying to make the right decisions at the right times. And, luckily, we put up a good amount of points and we came out with a victory.
And how much do you expect those guys to improve? Dan was saying that he thought, the lack of off-season time, particularly for them, but, being able to fit run and do live tackling really impacted them.
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal, is to improve every single week. We have a lot of hard-working people on this team, and I think we'll be just fine.
We'll go to Nick Delatorre.
Hey Kyle, obviously we haven't been out there to see it, but we've heard you and some of the coaches talk about Kadarius and how he's becoming more of a complete football player, a complete receiver. I think we finally saw that Saturday. Just how different is he now in terms of the way he runs routes, and how much maturity is he grown, from year 3 to now year 4 for him?
He's definitely progressively gotten better each year. When he was, even when he was a freshman on campus, he's always had that raw talent and ability to make anybody miss in space. And now he's just continued to develop, and now he can combine that with great route running. And, you saw what he can do when that happens on Saturday.
And then, obviously, with what you guys put on tape, teams will try to figure out how to bracket or double team or triple team Kyle Pitts. How comfortable are you with the other guys? I mean, you spread it around to 11 guys last week. How comfortable are you with the other guys once teams start trying to, take Kyle Pitts out of the game plan?
I'm extremely comfortable. We have a lot of playmakers on this team, and if they want to double or triple team one player, then that means we have a mismatch somewhere else on the field.
Thanks, Kyle.
We'll go to Alan Taylor.
Hey Kyle, just great game Saturday, man. I know that you guys are looking at film and probably nitpicking the 1 or 2 plays that didn't go your way. Can you walk me through a couple of those? Maybe the slant where the Ole Miss linebacker laid out. It looked like maybe Whitmore was open on the sideline, and then the deep corner route in the end zone to Whitmore. Mullen was saying, broke about a half second earlier, maybe he got 7 touchdown passes, which is really a nitpicky way to look at it. But you can walk me through those 2 plays.
Yeah, those are definitely a couple of the plays that I was talking about that could have been cleaned up and we could have executed even better. The corner route, like you said, if the ball gets out like a half second sooner, it might be another touchdown. And that slant that got batted, that's just on me. I just got to get through my progression. They were rotating away from the slant, so I was expecting it to be there, but they did a good job of closing down the hole, and I just got to see it and get it to the flat next time.
Well, hey, you guys haven't been kidding, so you're back in games on the charter. How does the team celebrate in the COVID era, man? I don't know what last year would look like versus this year, man, but what did you do to Saturday night to sort of soak it in?
That's one of the things this year that takes a lot of maturity. You can't, go out and do the things they've done previously after a game, obviously, if you want to continue to play. So that's just one of the messages being spread around the team is in order for us to keep playing, we have to do our part and just, staying at home and make sure we're ready to go each game day. Me personally, I was exhausted, so I just went home and just hung out with my roommates and went to bed.
Hey Kyle, congratulations. I had a question about you playing with Pitts and how much of a game feel in sync. You probably thrown hundreds of balls to him, whatever. It looked like you two were somewhat instinctive. You did a little more shuffling around in the pocket, got open, and he, of course, adapted to a couple of routes, touchdown pass. Tell me about the instinctive part. Are you getting that with Pitts, and what does it feel like?
Yeah, just having that whole other season, last season, under our belts, just to have that extra chemistry and experience on the field with each other is huge. And, we're just trying to go one step at a time. and just keep going brick by brick and taking our game to the next level. And, our connection just continues to improve, and that's huge for us and moving the ball.
I know you tried to get the ball shorter a couple of times. Whittemore had some nice catches. Talk about a couple of new guys there and what you said you had other weapons. It looks like you're finding them.
Right, yeah. I mean, like I said before, if someone tries to double or triple team Pitts, then we have plenty of other weapons all over the field. And our just entire receiver unit did a great job of, executing their routes and making the right decisions versus certain coverages. And, it showed Saturday how successful we can be when the offense is clicking all together.
Thanks, Kyle.
Kyle, did anyone take confidence out of the game?
What's that?
Nick asked you earlier about taking Kyle out of the game. Did you cut him, take that guy out of the football game?
Taking Pitts out of the game?
Yeah.
The
defense.
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm sorry. What's your question?
The question is, Nick asked you earlier if they take Kyle Pitts out of the game, do you feel like the defense is capable of keeping that guy out of from having an impact in a football game?
I've yet to see it. If they do try to, that means they're going to be putting up a lot of guys over him and just open up a lot of people all across the field.